What is up, people? The White here, Ugly Face Media, aka Willie White, Ugly Face, Real Patriot. And for legal names, my name is Chad Motherfucking Nicholson. So, I'm doing this video because I'm trying to keep people up to date on my case and all the information that goes on and all the nonsense that follows it. Well, there's some major nonsense that's going to follow it. It's already following it. Now, I want to show you guys something. We're going to go to the record, okay? This is my record, well, what I'm on. This is the case I'm fighting. I want you to note the filing date. Filing date of this court was 3/4/2020. Okay, now I want to show you what judge they say had my court case. Okay, they're saying that Judge Kasumic, the only judge, that Judge Kasumic, right there, Honorable Richard Kasumic II, was the one to actually take on my case on their end of documents. On their ends of documents. And why would they do that? Because the complainant is another judge named, what is it? Donald Haggerty. Ronald, there we go. Ronald Haggerty Jr. Well, Mr. Ronald Haggerty, by law, since he's my complainant, he could not hold a court date with me. It's 100% illegal. It's a violation of my Sixth Amendment. It's a violation of, let me pull it up. Violation of U.S. 28 Code 144, bias prejudice of a judge. It's also in violation, I pulled that one up already, of 28/455, disqualification, justice, judge, or magistrate. He's violated that one. On top of that one, it violates the code of conducts for judges. This is their code of conducts that they have to follow. It violates 1 and 3. Okay, for him to be, the judge in my case, since he's the complainant. Plus, it violates my Sixth Amendment, the right to a fair trial, and to face my accuser. Well, I can't face my accuser if my accuser's my judge, and I can't, have a non-biased court if my complainant is my judge. Okay, so as you see on their document, I'm going to do a full search so you guys can see that I'm not doctoring anything up, that I'm 100% showing you guys what's really going on. We're going to look up my name, and for people that want to learn how to look up some people, you'll see right here. Search by name, last name. I didn't want that last name, and the county. This is all you need. First, last name, and a county for somebody in the state of Pennsylvania that you can look up their information. It's it. It's all public records. Now I want to show you. Now here's what the site looks like. It says that this case is closed. And what judge would this be? Because the filing date's 3/2. And it brings us back to Kasumic. Right here. Kasumic. They're saying they filed my court date on 3/4. And I'm waiting a preliminary hearing, right? Now watch this. Watch this. Let me show you guys something. Okay, let me get my paperwork here. Let me turn my other camera on so you can see this. Okay, so I've showed you guys this before. This is the arrest. This is my arrest It says on the 2nd of March 2020, approximately 09:58 hours, affirmative received the information from the Honorable Judge Ronald Haggerty and Pennsylvania State Constable Jerry Sorrell. The defendant, Chad Nicholson, did record and use an audio recording device, and the court facility located at 404 South Pittsburgh Street in Connellsville, PA. The defendant, Chad Nicholson, did voluntarily admit that he was doing so, and he stated that the court lobby is open to the public. Personal observation by the police, defendant Nicholson to possess a cell phone capable of video and receiving records. Okay, that's what I got hit with, and I want you to see the date. Right? I want you to see the date. That was the police report. Now, there's my fingerprint order. There's my summons to court case. And this is where it gets... Here's where I caught him red-handed. You ready? Now, it said that Judge Kasimek was the one handling my case. Right? He's the one that's handling my case. So, if Kasimek is handling my case, then how come Judge Haggerty, the complainant, has a court date that day? Which, I will be honest, he canceled that court date. Then look, I'm going to show you this next photo. He canceled that court date. He canceled that court date, and then he rescheduled it for May 21st, 2020. And I went to it, and I told him about it, and he didn't like it. So I want you to notice the date, right? May 22nd. The Judge Haggerty, did not disqualify himself until the 22nd. We had the court date on the 21st, which violated all these laws. Then you go here on the 22nd, he disqualifies himself because he learned that I knew the fucking law, and I told him what he was doing was illegal in court. So, yeah. So then they pass it on, July 23rd, to Honorable Richard Kasimek. Do you not see the problem with that? Like, full paperwork. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? See what I mean? Look. Preliminary hearing, awaiting hearing. The case did not get transferred to Kasimek until 7... See? See, look. Status. 7/28. Case transferred. See? They're caught. So fucking red-handed. So red-handed of them lying on their website, trying to get rid of paperwork. Is trying to make it to where that Judge Haggerty, you know, that... Hang on. That this piece of shit right there had a court date with me. This piece of shit right there had a court date with me. This piece of shit, Judge Haggerty, had a court date with me on that day, which is illegal. So, since he did that, anything that they have brought against me in court is 100% illegal. It's 100% illegal for them to do what they're doing. And they know it is. And they're trying to cover it up. And that's the thing. They are trying to cover this up. So my personal advice to anybody, and this is to anybody, that if you have any kind of court date whatsoever, you physically need to hold on to every single document that they give you, because as you see, they will delete the documents on their end and put in fake stuff so they can literally do what they want. Yeah, and I want to show you. Here's some more stuff. It's from Haggerty's office. Date of offense 3/2/2020. Arresting officer, Officer Whistler. You have been charged with the offense of the date. "100% was holding court dates with me. 100% holding court dates with me." Let's see, what's the date on this one? No, that's my fine payments. That's one more fine payments from him. That's another fine payment from Haggerty. Yeah, but as you see, they will doctor paperwork on you in a heartbeat. They don't care. There's another charge. Here's my security information. My bail. Let's see. Court date. Court date. This is Haggerty. There's Kasumik. As you see, Kasumik. And then what happens with Kasumik once he finds out the ordeal of what's going on? Mr. Kasumik disqualifies himself. Disqualified himself from the case because he knows what happened was illegal, so he disqualifies himself. Then they take it to this piece of shit, Judge Mitros. Which Judge Mitros? You got one coming because you illegally took my cell phone. You illegally took my cell phone in court. You didn't have a warrant. You didn't have nothing. You looked at your bailiff and you told your bailiff to take my cell phone. All my video, all my information that I needed to provide against the judge when I was up against Kasumik was all on my phone, and they knew it. This is why he confiscated my phone without a warrant. Without a warrant. And it's all in the court records that he did this. So he can try to deny it, but then when I have the stenographer bring it up, you'll hear him tell the bailiff to take my cell phone, which is illegal. They need a warrant to take any of my property, regardless of where I'm at. They can't just be like, oh, I'm a judge and we're taking it. That's not how it works. He's still, regardless, even though you need a judge to sign for a warrant, that judge still has to take the time to fill out that warrant. That judge cannot just be like, oh, yeah, I just feel like, yeah, I want that, so take that. We'll write a warrant later. That's not how that goes. They have to have a warrant before they can take the property. And, of course, they didn't. So, yeah. Yeah. So, you want to see that that's how I'm saying. This is why I'm saying I caught them red-handed. Because I caught them hiding the fact that Judge Haggerty had a court date with me. Because the minute he had a court date with me, they violated my constitutional law. They violated Title 25, 455. Then they Title 28, 125. He violated the Code of Conducts for Judges. I mean, there's just so much that he violated. And watch this. I want you guys to see this. So if this ever happens to you, to where you have a fully biased judge on you, there are rulings that you can use in your advantage, which I'm going to show you right now. If this would stop being dumb. It's called Rules Against Biasm. Okay. Rules against biasm states that they can't do none of this. He can't have any kind of biasm to me, right? Um, Nemo is a Portugal, blah 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 blah. Index. No one should be made their own judges in his case. It is popularly known as the rule against biasm. It is a minimum requirement of the nature of justice that the authorities give decisions must be composed of impartial persons acting fairly without prejudice or bias. A bias means the operative prejudice, whether consensus or unconsensus of the results of some blah 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 blah, which we already seen that. The rules against biasm strikes those facts with many improperly influence of a judge against arriving at a decision in a particular case. The rule is based upon the premise that it is against the human psychologically to decide a case against their own interest. The bias objective in the rule is ensured public confidence and impartiality of the administration judicially. Sorry, that's a hard one for me to say. Process for the pre-Lord Hewitt's blah blah blah. Justice should not only be done, but also manifest and undoubtedly seem to be done. A decision which, in a result of biasm, is a nullitary and a trial is corman non judice, which in other words means they have to throw the case out. They have to throw the case out. And this is the Supreme Court rulings. Supreme Court rulings, people. Supreme Court rulings. There's no way that he can get out of this. Yeah. So, anybody in Fayette County, Pennsylvania, or anybody near Fayette County, Pennsylvania, or anybody that's coming around this way, feel free to stop at Judge Haggerty's office and make a complaint about Judge Haggerty. Matter of fact, I'll just do this. If you don't like the fact of what they did to me, right? If you don't like the fact of what they did to me, there's their address, there's their phone number. Call them, call them, call them. Continue to call them. Say, how could Judge Haggerty be a judge in his own case? Ask him, how did Judge Haggerty how did Judge Haggerty be a judge when he's the complainant of his own case? And if you don't believe me, like I said, the police report even said it. So, anybody that is heading down to Fayette County, or anybody that sees this video, you now have the phone number. You now have the phone number. Call them nonstop. Show them what happens when you mess with people. Please do. Please call them. I'd love to see them squirm even more than they are. Just remember, folks, they call it American Dream. You gotta be asleep to believe it.